Yeah, what's up? It's the Hoodie Tarot here to deliver the good news, and with much gratitude in my attitude, this is the March reading for the sign of Virgo. Peace to all my Virgos. And once again, this is for your sun, moon, and rising, and I would oblige you to check out, invite you to check out all of your readings because they all hit different. Your sun sign will be more about your motivations. Your moon will be more in turn with your emotions. And your rising will more have to do with like your outside life and how you move about the world. So, as in case with my readings. In any case, let's get to it. I'm excited to read for y'all. I know it's been a minute, but I'm back and I'm feeling also good. We start off with the sound bowl. I'm meditating on the vibrational number 7 because it's been speaking to me really heavy today. So that's why I'll be focusing my energy. And Virgos, shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hope y'all feeling good. Let's go. With much gratitude, my ancestors for this gift, and the angels for overseeing this reading to deliver the message in the higher good with love, abundance, affirmation, and peace along the way. So, what's up, Virgos? I hope that March is treating you good in this Pisces season. The sun in your opposite sign on the spectrum that is Pisces season. So maybe a highly intuitive month with a lot of love behind it and a lot of creativity associated with it. So again, focusing on the number 7 as I get into this reading. It's been speaking loudly to me. And let's see what we got for you. Again, this is for Virgo. This is a monthly reading for March. And of course, if this reading speaks to you, you can always add me on Instagram, like, subscribe. Please do. Please support. And of course, you go to the hoodietarot.com to check out my services, okay? All right. Okay. All right. So, okay, Virgo. So, let's see about it. I hope that March is treating you really good. For some reason, I kept on feeling strongly the color red for somebody. So I'm supposed to say that for somebody. So let's talk about it. 6 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is a story. March is a story for you, dear Virgo, about how if things felt imbalanced in the Aquarius season and you felt like you're on the outs or you're waiting to be on the receiving end, maybe some of you are looking to be on the giving side, and so this is a month about generosity and things coming into balance, fairness, elements of giving. And so with 6 being the balanced number, 6 being the number of manifestation, but also balance, this is going to be a month where you may find yourself on either one of the scales that say if you're going to be on the receiving end, maybe even a surprise amount of money or some type of fortune, something to gain from, or maybe for some of you who are looking to push projects forward, you'll have support coming forward in those avenues as well. It's a beautiful time. And for those of you who are in need and you need some type of help, then that assistance is coming. So how I feel your energy coming into the month, dear Virgo, we have the Page of Cups in reverse and we have the Knight of Wands upright. Okay, so the combination of this two, I feel that creatively, this is a very passionate and intentional type of energy. And so a lot of you have an energy, I would say, that it's like some of you have bottled up emotions, not in a bad way, but it's like maybe there may be some barriers. So the Page of Cups is indeed a messenger, right? Here he is upright. So maybe there may be issues in terms of communications, getting to somebody. Maybe you may be communicating with somebody at a different distance. But there's this passion here, right? And so regardless of what the barrier is for the communication, there's this determination, this perseverance element that you're embodying, and it makes you want to get this out. For some of you, creative ventures, again, a lot of you have either started or on the brink of starting some type of creative venture, which is going to require some type of compromise, right? Six of Coins, compromise, balance, right? And so compromise may not mean sacrificing some type of element, but it may require some creative ingenuity or reconciling or approach to whatever problem presents itself in terms of getting this thing off the ground or getting it started, okay? But it's gonna move regardless, because the Knight of Wands, again, is determined, is going to move forward and persevere and get what he intends to, because that's the knight that he is, all right? So how I feel your energy now, how that energy comes out, excuse me, we have the Magician in reverse and we have the Five of Coins upright. So here we are currently, 5 being the number of change. This is making the most out of where there may have been some type of like lack, deficit in your surroundings, something that you're wanting to bring into your home space, into your immediate physical space. Right now, you're in the magician mode of finding out which tool on the table is going to be your best approach in either recovering something, or if something was lost, like you're replacing something that's been removed out of your space, okay? So energetically, with the Five of Pentacles, a lot of this has to do with the tangibles, things you could touch, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. So a lot of times it is money, but for most of you, I don't feel like it's money. I feel like this is actually wanting to bring either people or change within your physical realm, okay? And so with this being such a magical time and creative time for you, with the sun in Pisces, is going to activate a lot of like magical emotion, I would say. So you're going to feel really creative, and I think that if you feel like you normally don't think outside the box, then this is going to be a time where you are feeling like you're thinking outside the box and coloring outside the lines. And so you'll be taking a new approach to manifesting and creating for yourself, okay? Really beautiful. So with that energy, what are you attracting? So we have the Wheel of Fortunes and the Seven of Swords upright. So while I'm not a big fan of that Seven of Swords, and again, I told you like 7 is a number I was focusing on. So I felt that a 7 was going to appear. Naturally, the Wheel of Fortune is good, right? So when combined with the 7 of Swords, I really feel like this is a time where there's going to be a lot of good coming your way in terms of people, in terms of luck. Overall, your luck may be just dumb luck, and so this is a time to, bet on yourself, if anything, right? So I'm not big on saying to go gamble, but if that's your thing, hey, do so responsibly. But I think it's more grand in this situation than just putting money on the table or buying a lotto ticket. This is a time to go be adventurous and really say, hey, you know, whatever I get into or whatever I choose to do in terms of exploring, in terms of going out and being adventurous, then regardless of what happens, there'll be an element of truth that will be able to assist you along the way, right? And so there'll be no hiding from yourself in terms of what you invest yourself into. So, for example, like if you're to take a gamble in terms of some type of financial situation, right? So this would require you to do everything very much by the book, no sleight of hand, very upfront, and bringing forth integrity in everything you do in terms of something that's related to finances or whatnot. If this was a relationship, this require, it's going to be it, something that pulls the truth out of you, pulls your personal truths out. And so this is saying like, hey, if you are presented with a situation like a relationship, then there wouldn't be a need to hide who you are, hide elements of yourself, so the more upfront and the more you're able to present, like, either, I wouldn't say the darker sides, but maybe the more hidden sides of yourself in terms of like whatever you're attempting to do this month, dear Virgo, then it's actually going to afford you more rewards, right? So to keep it plain and simple, the more upfront you are, the better your luck will be. How wonderful is that to have that confirmation, So there's no need to hide. I might call this nowhere to hide. We'll see about it though. In the event position, what do we have? We have, hey, I like that. 7 of Cups. What I tell you, these 7s is heavy today, right? 7 of Cups in reverse and the Star card. I love it because whatever you're investing yourself in to, dear Virgo, like what you have is a moment of clarity, right? With all these options and avenues and ways to be pulled and cups to be sampled and tasted and touched and all the good stuff. We've already gone through the sifting part where you're finally narrowing down to something, and what it is either an opportunity, a magical opportunity. Some of y'all are dealing with Aquarians. Doesn't necessarily have to be like that, but on the grand scheme of things, what it's allowing you to choose the avenue that is to be guided by the stars, right? And to present yourself in a way that the star does, to feel the emotion and to reap the benefits of it, but then also to remain somewhat grounded and be attached to processes and acceptance, and the divine timing, but to also embody like this moment of truth, right? And so by moment of truth, what is it? With all this creative energy and where you're looking at, where you're finding yourself in the scales of balance, right? Because it is about generosity, it is about fairness, but it's also feeling the feeling of what is that word? Oh, sorry, I'm blanking out. The feeling of that moment where redemption. There we go. It's like a sweet redemption. Um, and through redemption, ascending to a place of living in the future. Like it's like you're whatever this moment of clarity is like it puts you ahead of yourself, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Like, how amazing is that? I'm just kind of like, this is like wow for me because I'm like processing this creative energy that you have, and like the way it goes, it's like, whatever you pour yourself into this thing, like allow yourself to be soft, allow yourself to be moved, and like really use that, because it's like, if this is a thing about accomplishing something and the name of the game is success, then everything all the players, all the elements fall in to put you there. But the caveat is that you've got to be completely fair, you know? So it's like, well, if you're asking the universe for something, but then also you're having the energy where you're hiding your hand, or um, leaving parts of yourself out of the conversation in order to, I don't know, save face or not hurt somebody's feelings, or shame or guilt or whatever the case, you gotta let that shit's not gonna work. It's not gonna assist with this good luck. We want to spin the wheel of fortune. So just like on Price is Right, how they spilled that big ass wheel, speaking your truth is really spinning that wheel. You know what I'm saying? And where it places you is in a very, very, very nice place where you are being shined on, and the way it feels is you feel like you're on the right path, and assisted and guided and supported and loved and revered. How wonderful. With no confusion involved. So what does that do for you? Well, hey, I love that. We got the Queen of Cups and the Four of Wands. So there's some healing that goes on this month too, right? Queen of Cups, that's water sign. Some of y'all might be dealing with water signs as well. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, don't necessarily have to be. It might be an element of yourself. But however it may be, Four of Wands, it's like we graduating. It's like we leveling up in this process, all the while healing. And so being into this is like a level up in terms of your emotional self, your psychic self, right? So the Magician, it feels like here, chooses the cup. This is a time for you to really tap into the emotionally supportive situations, that's which invigorates you, which inspires you, and to look at how the current experiences of March lead to aspects of healing. And really, when you find those aspects of healing, really hold on to those, meditate on those, sit with those, sit with your feelings, and, look back and be like, hey, I did level up. I did learn from that situation. I've healed from that situation, or I am actively healing from whatever it is, right? It is really about active healing. I've come to understand that, like, healing is a journey, right? It's not some act that has a finite moment, it's really about remembering and like embodying the healing through not regressing and proactively doing better, rather than falling into old ways or being triggered or whatnot, and really accepting like those who come into our lives and those situations that assist us with the leveling up and the healing processes. So Here it comes for you, Virgo. Overall lesson, let's go. So we have the Death card in Judgment, all right? Death card being the main card, Judgment card being the assistant card, the clarifying card. So here we are. Dear Virgo, in terms of evolution, you know, I feel like from what I understood, how I embodied and comprehended the Virgo energy from the last year, I don't feel like it was the easiest for you at all. But what I will say is that the journey that you're on right now, in terms of evolution, is close to finished. But there is a lesson in all this. This is, I would say, the culmination of maybe the last 6 months. Maybe even 6 years for some of y'all. And where it leads you is to a place where the final aspect of this lesson, dear Virgo, is what have you hidden about yourself? Where have you not presented your true self? Where have you tucked away aspects of yourself, your truth, in the name of compromise, in the name of trying to just get along, in the name of settling? Whew. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hold up. Some of y'all have settled for situations. And then some of you have actually taken the time to sit with yourself and kind of figure out what it is that you need and what it is that you want, right? And so March is going to be a month that is going to pull you emotionally, and it's going to make you cry, and it's also going to make you want, it's going to make you want to draw, paint, love, write, sing, dance, all in the name of, as you're proactively going about your ambition. Well, good fortune is there, but there will be a challenge this month to really speak your truth, to reveal maybe hidden layers about yourself, and to subject yourself to not judgment, but actually to acceptance, to love, to affection, to help, assistance, support. And from there, well, star card, you're shining, you're celebrated, you're healing and healing. So allow yourself to heal in this journey of March, dear Virgo. Create. Don't worry about barriers. Don't worry about delays. Don't worry about time. This is a time to be timeless and to let passion be your guide, to let your truth be your lotto ticket. Truth is your lotto ticket. You dig? And then to collect your winnings and to glow up from there. So that's what I got for you, dear Virgo. I appreciate y'all very much. If you dig this reading, which I hope you do, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and hit the little, what you would call it, a little reminder, little bell. Sorry. And, you know, hit me up on Instagram and chop it up with me. I would love to chop it up with you. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate y'all so much. The Hoodie Tarot, Anthony DeMario, and I will see y'all soon. Have a good March.